We're live?
Can everyone hear me?
Hello?
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 Mic check?
Audio?
Mic check?
Check, check.
Mic check? Yes?
I gotta even, yeah, now we're gonna...
Anyone? Anyone? Can you guys hear us?
Can you hear and see this jar of dirt?
My comment just went white. My comment just got ghosted.
Oh, that's dusty.
Yeah, what'd you do? Sniff it?
Well, I was just shaking it up and it... What's up, people?
Hello? Dude, but now my chat just went away.
Well, it's because we're on a different stream, so you gotta go to our channel, which I'm gonna do now.
I gotta go back
Thank you, everybody who is coming on over. We're gonna try and go get everybody that was...
We're on a different chat?
We're on a different stream. Yep.
Okay, hold on here. Hold on.
Let me go...
Yeah!
Yeah, we're figuring
We're
it out.
back!
Hey, just...
Did you guys at least hear the music to start? Was that live?
Yeah, did we cue that again? Let's do that again, huh?
Hold on a second. I got Henrik blowing up my phone as if I need more people to let me know
got
we're
how many
having
IT
technical
people?
difficulties here.
Hold
on,
There's
hold
the chat
on.
replay.
Here, hold up. I mean, gosh dang, we had such a good intro.
I know.
We probably look like idiots, like playing air drums.
Fair enough. Okay.
Thank you.
Like nothing ever happened.
Like it was all meant to be.
No, we appreciate everybody coming back over from the other link and sticking around.
Yeah, I don't know how they figured out how to do that.
We weren't going to give up. No. And just so everybody knows, it's software. Obviously, that's 2 weeks in a row. Maybe it's time for us to switch some software.
No excuse. We're going to figure it out for next week.
Sometimes you can blame the software.
I mean, we haven't had a meltdown like that. I mean, I feel like Jordan Smith.
Yeah.
Just meltdowns.
Should we just hop straight into it? Talk about when you talk about meltdowns.
We'll get there. We were talking about in the chat here. I was trying to keep it alive while Kobe was out there helping him and Levi were trying to figure this out. That's right. We're like AP, dude. We're going to get back in the saddle.
Never give up.
Hey, weekly prizes. Get them up. What's up for grabs here, Levi? What do we got going on here? All right, here's what's up for grabs this week heading into Seattle. Full set MSR gear.
Yes, sir.
Axis, yep. Let's see here. We got Magura giving out a hydraulic clutch, Fly, Bridgestone tires.
Wait, that's a clutch and the bleed kit. From Magura. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Holy.
Yeah. Let's see.
Sorry. Fly, gear set, Bridgestone, as always, with a set of Battlecross tires. Matrix Concepts, hooking it up.
With the can and the stand.
No
okay.
Digital sag scale. I
have one.
That's what,
I use it all the time.
I need one myself.
LS2 subverter helmet, Rocky Mountain gear bag. By the way, that's the best deal on any gear bag you'll ever see in your lifetime.
Absolutely.
Works connection, whole shot device, what I have on my Yamaha, and a Jeremy's full plastic kit. Spending spree, that is.
Yeah, no joke.
Oh, gosh.
Grand prizes. As always, we've told you, we got some race-prepped KTMs, some factory spec bikes. I mean, they come off the showroom floor almost that way. But giving away some KTMs and a whole bunch of other stuff, as well as weekly prizes. We got 90 gift cards every single week. But while we're talking about prizes, shout out to our own RMFantasy SX fan leading the entire game right now.
Yeah, what's his name?
C-Rob, 78.
I was going to say
97. Crob.
C-Rob, 97.
Corey Robinson. I was just scrolling through our groups, and I was like, dang.
So he's leading the overall.
He's leading the overall as well as our group, obviously, hand in hand.
You gained on me this week, right?
Yeah, I got 5 points on you. I think I got like 38 points.
I got 34, 33
Still below
or something
average,
like that.
But we're scraping by. I'm not 668 points, though.
Is that
That's
really
insanity.
how much it is?
Yep. He's got a comfortable lead in our group and a fairly comfortable lead overall. He's got 8 points over second place. So freaking shout out to you.
Still a lot of race. I'm at 467.
Yeah,
still a lot of racing left.
There's a lot of racing.
A lot of racing.
A lot of fantasy still to be had.
Good job, Leadhead. Finally above 400. Took you long enough. Dang. He's probably going to make me eat my words. He's at 449 now. Anyway.
Crazy race.
Yeah, a lot to talk about here. A lot of talking points. Let's go over stats and everything real quick. So your results recap. Chase Sexton finally has just a night where he
fairly mistake-free.
He was fastest qualifier, right?
He was fastest qualifier.
Very, like last lap of the second session.
And he had like one pretty serious bobble in the whoops, but other than that, Homie rode clean.
Sexton?
Rode good. Yeah.
What? I don't remember the bobble in the whoops.
It was about halfway through the race, if I remember
Okay.
right. Yeah, I thought it was just going to be the classic Sexton.
Dude,
but,
I won't lie. When Tomac got shuffled back behind Webb and Barsha, I was thinking like, oh boy.
It's game over.
Like, we're going to
That's what I
have
was
a
thinking.
rough night.
Yep.
So props to him. I guess he finally came out and said after we did all our speculation that he had that neck problem.
Yeah. And he said it was still continuing
Still
to
bugging him a little bit.
this
He
weekend.
said he wasn't quite 100%.
But chaotic racing in both 250s and 450s, and what's just wild to me is even after all that, all the passing, all the battling, it still was these three up top.
And
even
dude, it felt like it was pure chaos for the whole
start to finish.
Other than
to
AP,
finish.
where you're just like a 7-second lead at one
He
point.
obviously had his own drama.
Oh my gosh.
But shout out to the guy. I mean, obviously it's the most talked about thing since Saturday.
Yeah.
And I mean, we feel the same as everybody else. It truly is a bummer. It is cool to see so much sympathy from all the other racers, though. His competition, everybody was rooting for the guy. Even his competition was rooting for him.
Well, every rider knows what it's like to get your first win, and so to have that snatched away with a lap and a half to go, like you really do have to feel gutted. And he's just probably the most liked guy overall in the pits.
Yep, and there was so much more on the line for him too. As far you heard him talk about money, I heard you mentioning that. Like,
well, yeah,
it's more than just the win. I know that probably means the most to him, but yeah, these guys are racing for a living. It's like there's some stuff attached.
I mean,
there's cash attached.
I don't know how much he gets paid bonus wise, but I wouldn't. A win for most of these guys at his level is what, 100K? Bonuses?
Yeah, exactly. So it is a bummer.
It's a 2-for-1 smackdown right there.
I'm hoping that we can talk to him again here soon. Like, I know he's already his spirits are going to be up.
Well, Seattle's one of his favorite tracks.
Yeah, I wanted your opinion. Like, to me personally, after seeing that, unfortunately, I have no doubts that he's going to be able to do it again, put himself in that position again.
Sure.
But I think it's going to be a little bit. I don't think it's next weekend. What do you think?
I don't know, man. Like, when these guys get that confidence that they're like, hey, like, I can not only like run with you guys, but now I know I can beat you guys. Like, you give AP another whole shot.
Really just comes down to a good start. Yeah, I could see
I mean,
that.
maybe not a whole shot, but just like, I don't know, man. I mean, right now, Sexton's the only guy who is showing that he can kind of work through the pack. So honestly, like, you give AP like a top 4 or 5 start, and you don't have Sexton like already ahead of him, like, because the thing is, like, Tomac and Webb aren't, if they see Plessinger out front, they're not that worried at this point. Right now, Tomac and Webb are just racing each other.
That's fair enough. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So they're not going to push.
No, they're
themselves
not. They're
over
not
the
gonna.
line
They're not gonna try and close a
that's good point.
7-second gap to get AP at that point. Like, they're gonna let AP have it because they're only worried about who's behind him.
That's a good point. Fair enough.
Sexton at this point with his penalty is now 17 points back.
So yeah, run me through the math there. That's the next guy to talk about. Before we were figuring out the math, and maybe somebody knows more than us. That happens a lot, but. With Sexton, did he not only lose? So did they strip him of all 26 points that would have come along with that win, plus 7 on top of that? Or was it just 7?
No, so by my math, so I'm pretty sure, and somebody in the chat, please correct me if I'm wrong, but Sexton was 10 points down to Webb going into the race.
Okay. Yep.
If he wins the race, he gets awarded 26 points, and he gains 3 points over Webb.
So he would have been 7.
He would have been 7 points back, right? They docked him 7 points, correct?
Yes.
Therefore, he would be 14 points back of Cooper Webb. I checked the results, and I looked at the point standings, and it shows him as 17 points back.
Wow.
So the AMA gave him the win.
Yeah, they're like, you've been working so hard. We're not going to take that from you. To finally put it together.
Oh, he was 13 back at the start of Detroit. Okay, then that means that they gave him the full 26 points.
Okay, so he still got.
Minus the 7.
Wow. Regardless.
But
It's a
even
big
still,
deal. It's
that's
a big
huge deal.
Because
You
you
go
and I
from
rolled
7
into
to
the
14
office today,
back.
and we started looking at the schedule, and Chase and I go, we're coming down to the end here.
Yeah, there's what, 6-7 rounds left?
So that's huge. That's not a lot of time.
7 of 14 with, say, 6 rounds left or whatever. That is really... No, that was round 10. So we have 7 rounds left.
Buddy is sweating.
Dude, 14 points is a big difference compared to 7.
Jeez.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, definitely. That's why the whole title of this has been, is Sexton out? Like, without any huge drama between these two, without, some really chaotic crap going on, bike failures, DNF, I don't see him making that up.
I don't know.
So,
not with how Tomac and Webb are riding right now. And it's kind of nice, though, because now, like, it's not a huge cushion, right? But now Webb and Sexton can kind of play that game of, like, hey, dude, like, if you're faster than me, like, okay. Like,
Tomac and Sexton? I mean, Tomac and Webb?
I feel like now it's just Tomac and Webb are going to be the ones that are, like, I mean, obviously you can't let Sexton go out there and beat you every race.
Week after week, but
here's the thing, though. If Sexton won out, right, and then Webb got if Sexton, theoretically, if Sexton won out and Webb got second from here on out, Sexton can win the title.
Yes.
That's not likely.
No.
So but
yeah,
it puts Sexton in a position where it's like he's win or bust at this point. Unless he has a race where he sees something happen with these two. So I don't know, dude. I mean, but
imagine the sleep lost if it comes down to the end of the season and it's within 7 points grasp for him.
Yeah,
that penalty cost
Levi,
truly
throw up
the
highlight. We have the replay. Let's just do this first here.
I'm sure everybody knows by now. It was breaking news.
We'll get the player stats. So there's a red cross, right?
Wilson had been down. Yep.
Wilson's riding backwards on the track, by the way.
And if you don't know,
it's right here. See that? See those red lights?
Double.
It's hard to see on this from here, but
we'll let it play through again.
Those pillars right there on that takeoff are flashing.
And there's the flag.
There's a red cross flag and the pillars on the face of that takeoff.
Meaning all racers are supposed to roll everything in that lane.
Yeah, right there. You see that? Wheels on the ground. Webb got the memo. Barsha, Tomac, they all got the memo. Sexton didn't. And Sexton did an interview saying, like, he thinks he was in the right. It's like, doesn't matter what you think, dude.
Oh, he came out.
Rules are rules.
Oh, he didn't agree with it? I thought he had kind of owned it. He's like,
he said
the moment.
The AMA is going to do what the AMA does. I think I was in the right of way, which he kept saying the right of way.
When we first talked about this penalty, your main concern was, and this may have changed, but you were kind of bummed at the AMA. It seemed like, because you're like, you're taking some of the fight out of this championship, like. But I would assume that you have to agree that I'm glad that they're not picking favorites. I feel like they have just kind of picked favorites or picked on like people like Jason and
I agree with that point. It's I'm not mad at the AMA. I'm just more just up like, dude, like really like we would have had a single digit
between three
dudes. Yep. Now it's you're 14 back. Yep. So that was the bummer. It's just that it didn't make the championship as exciting, but maybe it makes for a cool storyline that Sexton can just come back and win.
What if he came back and won it? Sexton barely even jumped. No, he barely even jumped. If you saw that thing in person, I mean, I don't think he was like putting. He wasn't putting anybody at risk, but that's the rule is the rule.
Yeah,
and I like. It's not like he was going to hurt anybody.
That was 2 feet off the. What are you talking about? It was like a 50-foot double. He jumped across the start.
That jump was massive. It was tall too. So.
I don't know. So I'm not mad at the AMA, and rules are rules, and rider safety is always priority number one. It is a bummer, though. The hard part about that whole thing is, like, you could be the rider that has to roll everything, and then a guy that's 2 spots behind you, they remove the red flags.
At what point, do they get rid of it?
And then that guy can now jump and gain 2 seconds on you. So you almost feel like, hey, if you're going to pull the red flags out, you keep those out until every single rider comes through, and then you let everyone like go back to jumping that rhythm or something.
You finish the entire lap or something.
Well, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Like you wait till 22nd place comes through, then you take the red cross flag away.
Yeah.
But don't just do it like, okay, we're clear, red cross flag comes out, and now everyone can start jumping again.
Fair enough. No, I see the controversy there.
Yeah, Webb said on the podium, he's like, hey, look, I saw Sexton jump. Yeah. He got away from me, and I was like, whatever, dude. Like, penalties are coming.
That played into how Webb then approached the rest of the night.
I think so.
He's like, I don't need to worry about him. Like, I've already got 7 points on him.
What a smart ride, though, dude. Webb just assumed, there's stuff coming.
That's how championships are made. So
okay.
I told you, like, I think we're getting to that point where I really want to hear everybody's championship predictions with, 7 rounds to go. Dude, and after Tomac's ride last week, whether he's got neck issues or not, I'm putting my money on Webb. I think Webb's got this in the bag.
You think so?
I think I wouldn't be surprised to see Webb have an off night throughout the rest of the season and maybe even finish outside the top 5. But if I'm a betting man, I'm putting it on Webb.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, Tomac was right there on the start. He was right behind Webb the whole time.
He cleaned it up when he was first just dropping, I was like, oh, he just
Yeah.
got passed by 3 guys in a matter of 2 corners.
I think it's a little too early for that. I think 3 points. Dude, 3 points is just a couple positions.
I know, but you talk about this guy hasn't been off the podium in what seems like forever.
He's a freaking stud.
It's crazy. I think yes. I'm voting yes. But hey, to
Tyler
each their
says
own.
Webb definitely has it in the bag. Tomac plays the long game.
Is Tomac playing the shout out Dan Hubbard and his consistent shout out of this 32 round series, including SMX. Like I don't know. I don't doubt that some riders are thinking about that, but I have a hard time agreeing with that. That's on their mind every single weekend. Is I'm in it for that long haul.
No, it's Supercross.
He wants Supercross.
Title,
he wants the outdoor title,
cut.
Individual.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Like they're going to be pumped to whoever wins that. Like it's going to be a fight.
I feel like the whole 3-round playoff at the end of the year just feels like a bonus.
Yeah, it's the new Monster Cup.
It's 2 separate series with a bonus at the end of it, which I'm cool with.
It's good. Yeah, it's going to be fun to watch. It's all the best of the world still racing. But anyway,
all right.
Dude. Okay, what's next? We haven't even talked about 250s, but before we do that, should we talk about some fantasy stats? Should we get into some player stats?
Let's do them real quick.
So we already talked about shout out CRob97. That's awesome. I hope to see one of our group members continue to lead the game as a whole because that is awesome. But
let's see here. We broke 1 million fantasy picks submitted this season.
That's
1,112,000. It's a lot of people.
AP led more laps in that main than Webb has led all season. Then our points leader at going into round 11 has led all season. How crazy!
Isn't that crazy though? Like that just shows, dude.
The average score.
Podiums win championships.
So let me dig through. Do we have how many people picked Sexton? Is that in here?
For what? The win.
The win. Yep.
Well,
22% had Sexton picked to win. That's more. It finally paid off.
He was the most picked rider in third.
Me, Justin Brayton, we're all freaking banging our heads because we didn't take the bait finally.
Yes.
Jeez.
Well, you knew it was going to happen eventually.
Oh, yeah.
But you just can't. You just don't know when.
Yeah.
But now that he's got his first one, does he come out and do it again?
Yeah, I think it should be a little easier.
Is this now where Sexton kind of gets that ball rolling?
Because Sexton still has yet to just go out there with qualifying speed and just put the smack down, leading it like wire to wire or something like that, which he is capable of. And he knows he's capable of. And he knows that last main event win with AP going down wasn't that. So I feel like he still has something to prove.
Well, what's a harder way to win? Coming through like he did from like, say, 7th or 8th, or leading wire to wire just without making that one big mistake?
For him, that's a good question. That's a good question for Sexton specifically.
Like what position would you rather be in?
I would rather run it wire to wire and just you be your worst enemy.
I would think so.
Yeah, no doubt. So I think Sexton will do it again at least this season, and he will do it in dominating fashion.
Look at that. I don't know why. I had this weird feeling that it was going to be a rough night for Webb, so I put him in 5th.
Did you?
Yeah,
I almost did. I almost
36% people had him in second.
With Roxon, and now AP obviously didn't finish there, but seemed like he was going to mix it up. It's getting more and more difficult.
How many rounds have we got now without a Tomac win?
That's a very good question.
So
is that 3 or 4?
3 rounds, 3 or 4 rounds. I feel like we're really due. I mean, he's still riding great, right? I mean, a podium's not bad. Like
that's a very.
We
good
just
point,
haven't seen like a Tomac beast mode ride yet,
like,
right?
What was it? He won 3 out of the 4 opening first of this season. Mm-hmm. Like, where did that go?
I don't know. That's a good question. But
hey. Okay. Do you got anything else with player stats?
Barsha was picked a lot in 4th. The wild card for Harlan.
That's
Chiz was the most picked rider.
Yeah, poor us.
What was Harlan, though? There was a stat from Christian in here. That was
Does Deegan need media training? Yes and yes.
Yes.
Holy. Deegan needs just a simple English 101. Anyway, we don't even need to get into that.
Hold on here. I'm trying to find. It was like 1% of people. Oh, it was a perfect scores. We had perfect scores.
There was perfect scores?
Yeah.
Holy.
Which blew my freaking mind.
Throw this lap chart up while we're digging this up.
3 perfect scores.
Because I think Cartwright was
1.15% got Harlan correct.
Holy.
So not only
this was last lap shenanigans like to make that happen. Cartwright,
Cartwright
swapped spots with him.
So not only were you in the 1% of people that got Harlan correct for the wild card, but then you had to get the top 5 correct too.
Yep. Which with AP falling out of it, that's a doable top 5.
Think about that.
It's not too absurd.
Oh, it is, but think about that. Like AP is ruining your whole night until the last lap and a half.
Yep.
Jeez,
that's fantasy, dude. Everybody's off their couch freaking screaming.
Okay.
Our house is loud, that's for sure.
Should we get to the next big talking point?
What's that?
Just the Deegan Smith thing.
Hey, before we do that, while we're on the topic of wild card and Chiz, can we run the clips of Chiz chasing down? Was that Cartwright who in the LCQ?
See, it was Chiz.
No, it was in the heat. So he's battling in this last heat for the last position, and he's, as expected, going all out for these last few corners, showing him a wheel, getting closer. And it's funny it's interesting that he's even able to make up the ground again after getting so aggressive. Watch, he does it again. Oh, it's almost over. Then Cartwright throws it away himself. And
Hey, Cartwright got back up and finished, though.
Yeah, because Chiz has to kickstart his bike.
Even if Chiz had knee start, I don't know. But
I don't know.
That was just for 9th place in a heat.
Yep.
Okay.
Well, qualifying. But that means majority of fantasy players, we're all sweating at home wondering if Chiz is even going to make it into the main event.
Where was this Chiz in the main event? Does anyone even know what happened?
So back to that lap chart.
Yeah, where's the lap chart?
Look at this. He was like 3 laps down instantly. It seemed like. So I don't know
if off the start.
I don't know if he pulled into the mechanic booth and was fixing something to get back out on the track. But yeah, flatline there at the bottom.
Yeah, I don't know. It was good though. I was excited for it. Okay. Now can we do it?
250s. Okay. Well, okay. What part? Should we just start from the beginning? Should we start from the heat race?
Levi, roll the clip. Everyone, let's see a replay.
You've seen it.
This is Deegan Smith battle.
Broken clutch lever. Okay. Poor Chiz.
Nothing wrong.
Nothing insane. Now he's just being kind of annoying. Okay, now you're being a nuisance.
Contact.
Yep. Now I hate you is what Jordan Smith is thinking.
Here's the thing. Okay, I was pretty heated up when this all happened. I'm thinking like, you punk 16-year-old, whatever. However, I've heard some other takes on it. I've watched the replay. Jordan Smith, in my opinion, let a 16-year-old teammate
get in his head
because right here, Jordan Smith looks like he's just going for a takeout. Falls over.
I want to watch that one more time. I know we're going to watch it a billion, but
because Deegan right there had the race line. If you're a veteran, right, you just got to be a little smarter.
This has happened for the past 3 corners.
Yes.
What's new? Yeah, you venture off, let him go.
I don't. Right here, this next corner.
Boom.
Deegan's got the race line, and Smith just.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know. All I know is
no. I don't disagree with that there, but to your point, even later in the night, even into the LCQ, Smith was just flustered completely. So we have the rest of this heat. Show some of those clips.
Yeah. So he's
just
in like
in that
4th
corner.
place.
Smith is just completely
full
flustered.
send.
Torpedo, ejectocito.
He's in a qualifying position at that point.
Visor gone.
Throws it away, wrecks himself out,
Levi.
gets back on the bike, and crashes a 3rd time.
Not an easy fall
And
either.
this was a gnarly one.
Yoink.
Dude, A-Stars, you got to do something about these visors.
We need some Flintstone sound effects when that stuff's going on.
So you have that, right? And then he goes and he crashes a 3rd time.
Yep.
So in no way, shape, or form am I going to look at this. Oh, gosh.
You want to know what sucks even worse? He does this, and he's backing his bike out. And guess who comes around to lap him?
Deegan. I didn't even notice that.
Oh, I guess, yeah.
Well,
we did.
And the
Deegan comes skirting past him.
His team manager's up in the tower wondering why my rider just took a left-hand turn into the tower. Okay, so all I'm saying is I do not blame Hayden Deegan at all because in the press conference he was asked, do you take back anything that you did? Oh, yeah, this was the LCQ where he had already stalled it.
He stalled it, flamed it out, whatever, and then his bike wouldn't start. He had to work through the pack, which he does. So credit to him on
what a terrible choice of line right there.
No, definitely.
Like Chambers just saw him go wide. It's like,
what do you think he's gonna do?
Okay, I'll just push you wide here.
I was totally expecting him to, if he had set super wide and then cut underneath?
Yeah, because Chambers was going to go far inside.
Why fight him for the same exact line and then on the outside?
When Jordan went wide, Chambers was like, oh, okay, well, I'll just go to the outside of this turn and cut you off. Like, hey, props to Chambers. Yeah. Like, he played that perfectly.
Yeah, he did.
I'm just saying, Hayden Deegan.
He has a Cooper Webb spot in Roxon's head, but for Smith.
Didn't like kind of the smirky, and we'll get to his response in the post-race conference, but Jordan Smith only has himself to blame. That's all I'm going to get at.
For not making the main and for not, Was
Deegan riding like just kind of immature?
Sure.
Sure.
Yep.
Was it? But can Jordan look at that and be like, that's the reason I didn't get in the main event? No.
Absolutely not.
And but in the post race,
that's a good question. If the roles were reversed, would Deegan have missed that main event? I don't think so. I think Deegan would have. I think Deegan would have qualified. It was fairly goofy to see his bike flame out and struggle to start for that long. Yeah. That was a little odd. Nobody really to blame. It just kind of sucked for him. But
should we pull up the press conference?
Yeah, let's just stay on the topic.
So right here, the guy
might have to turn it up a little bit.
If he felt like he was responsible for Smithy not making the main, and here's was Hayden's response.
Aggressive racing in a heat race with no points available and knocking your teammate out of a championship battle?
I think he's in like 5th in points. He's a little out of it, but besides that, I mean, it was
okay.
Good.
Look at do it again.
Really
play it again, Levi. Look at Nate Thrasher.
Just go to our main scene and then we'll go back to this. Nate looks over like, excuse me?
I think he's in like 5th in points. He's a little out of it, but besides that, I mean, it was
the disrespect.
So right there, I can't tell if Nate Thrasher is like, because I think he says, "Oh my God," under his breath, and he's looking at Hayden. I'm like,
he's like, "Are you kidding me?"
I feel like Nate in that moment was like, "Dude, like now you're on my nerves." Yep. Like I kind of feel like Nate was just like, "Dude, target." Like now
Thrasher and Smith hate him. I think that's what we're getting to.
I think they do. I don't know. I hear. And I haven't seen where this is coming from, but supposedly there was some beef between Hayden and Jordan already.
Jordan or Thrasher?
Jordan and Hayden.
Oh, really? Coming into this.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what stemmed Deegan's immature ride from the get-go.
Somebody somewhere said that
makes sense.
Smith on like a vlog or something said that if Hayden's in my way, I'll clean him out.
Wow.
So maybe that's what that was stemming from. But you can tell right there, Nate Thrasher
is not pumped
on
that.
Should we play the remainder of that clip?
Absolutely.
Sure. Yeah. So
even though it's a valid point, he's got the points. I didn't take him out of the championship.
No, that's what it's. You could just say no. Deegan's in the right completely. Like let him just be a 16-year-old kid. As long as he just keeps putting in the results he's been putting in himself.
Yeah.
Who can blame him? Let him do what he wants to do. He's no different than Bam Bam.
Yeah.
Bam Bam even has a little bit more respect off the bike than that. But let's listen to the rest of that press conference because it was interesting.
In a heat race with no points available.
It was interesting that Hunter ends up chiming in. I think we have that.
I think he's in like 5th in points. He's a little out of it, but
Big Chill. We already talked about AP.
That, I mean, it was good. I don't know. I'm not sure. I wasn't really paying attention.
Well, a lot of people were, and that's the thing is we're just kind of wondering if you say you don't remember that. It's a heat race. Were you present in that moment saying this doesn't matter for points and this is my teammate? Or
is he looking at his dad?
I don't know.
He's got to be looking at his dad.
He's my teammate, but he's a veteran. He's been in the sport for a while, and I was just up there, battling. I want to win just as bad as everyone else, no matter if it's a heat race or main. I want to win, so just trying to push that.
And what was touch on this for 1 second? Yeah. I just wanted to point something out, which kind of it amazes me. So much of the people on social media, where everyone puts their expertise in and say, the racing back in the 90s, early 2000s, like where men were men. They always talk about how gnarly it was, and then anytime a block pass or something happens now, everyone cries about it. That's just kind of a bit interesting. It's either, pick one. You either want the gnarly block passes from 10 years ago, and then when you get it, everyone makes a big song and dance about it. So that's my perspective. I think it's a bit funny how that works.
That aggressive racing in a heat race with.
All right. Anyway, yeah.
All valid points.
Yeah. No, it was just I brought up to you. I don't think Hunter even chimes in there about this.
Hey, Robert Alward
said he was behind.
sitting
I saw that.
And he said Brian was laughing hard
Really?
the whole time.
Yeah, like, which is just enabling Hayden to be like, I'm okay. Like, this is all okay. Which is,
Hayden could use a little help on his articulation.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
All in all, though, yeah, Deegan, he racing is racing to some extent.
I'm just saying, dude, like, after looking at Thrasher's reaction to that, and you've got Smith, like, I can't wait.
Oh, yeah.
It's West Coast next week.
No, they get a break now.
But after that, I can't wait,
Watch
dude.
some breaking news from the test track.
Jordan
the
Smith
practice
has
track come out.
0 to lose.
Nothing.
I hope the team doesn't give any sort of order. I hope they're not like, hey, you two stay away from each other. Because Jordan...
They send them into separate tracks.
Jordan at this point could care less. Hey, he wants to win money winning races.
Yep. No kidding.
He wants to win races right now after...
Yeah, Hunter had a valid point, but I'd still guess Yamaha would rather have had both their guys in the main.
Smith probably has it. Yeah.
And I agree. Yeah,
No doubt.
You got to imagine that Yamaha's bummed that both their guys didn't make it into the main, but like we were saying...
Who's both their guys?
Smith and Deegan. They just wanted both their... I guess all 3 of their guys, but... It's mostly Smith's fault that he didn't make it into the main.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's like
a main.
Jordan Smith hasn't said anything because he probably had his freaking ego and his pride checked because he looked like a fool.
But it was entertaining to watch at the very least.
Sure.
And honestly, especially in 250s where we don't have fantasy points on the line, let them have it. Like, let's just entertaining racing. But
all right. Anyway,
it's just fun to dive into a little bit.
Hey,
see everybody's different.
I was a bit of a I still agree that they are hyping up Hayden more than it needs to be, but that kid can ride a freaking motorcycle.
Yes, he can. And he's having fun with it. Nobody got hurt ultimately, so that's good.
Yeah.
I don't think Carmichael's going to be as positive about him in the future. Carmichael did not seem super pumped on the whole thing.
Carmichael was playing parent or something.
Yeah, he's always it's interesting.
Okay, well, we had Anstey's crash. We'll skip over that. How about AP though? Let's get to the next subject here. Let's just show it real quick, Levi. You're not crying, I'm crying is kind of the caption here.
Jeez,
dude, he's just lucky he didn't get hurt though.
Yep.
Like,
I'm sure he's still feeling it.
That was inches away from being really bad,
dude. Like, compare this to even Roxon's detrimental crash.
Oh, like right there, he decides last second to roll.
Yep. No, it was good thinking last second for him to tuck like that, but just heartbreaking.
Hey, you know what though?
We all feel the same way.
Props to him. I was very proud, and he gained even more. It's not that AP had any fans to gain, but what a stud for sticking around
for the interview
to do the interview with Jason Thomas.
And I know, and I was really curious if they were gonna interview him and if he was going to be up for it because he didn't finish on the podium. But it was. I'm glad they found him. I'm glad he was okay enough to even do an interview.
Yeah.
But you could just hear from the crowd afterwards, just still.
Oh, I loved it.
Guy.
They were cheering, and then when he started talking, it was dead silence.
Yep.
And then when he said,
Respect
"Get back in the saddle," it kept going again. So, it was a really bad crash. It was heartbreaking. It was a really bad crash. So, I mean, coming out of that, it's best case scenario. He's healthy. He'll be at Seattle, and now he knows. Not only can I win, I can check out on these guys, and I can gap them by 7 seconds. Oh, Levi, dude, slacking day, dude. You know, the stream crashes, and now you can't get your poles going. All right.
AP was riding too loose at the end.
No,
he was losing a little bit of time, but. I think the gap got down to like 3.5 seconds. But then he added more. He got it back up. Yeah. Sexton got caught up in lappers a little bit, or AP picked it back up. But he figured it out. It is interesting, though. He said that he had been sitting through that line all night. Why change it at the end?
Well, hey, he learned a valuable lesson.
Yes, he did.
Don't.
And they turned to Sexton. He's like, I sympathize for the guy, but probably more than anybody.
Yeah.
I've been there time and time again. So.
Yeah, I don't know. It's with AP. It's I mean, yes, he was relaxed. That's why he stood up in that corner because he was just kind of like just get through this lap. But I don't. It wasn't like he was so relaxed that it's what I don't know. It is what it is, man. But I tell you what, he won't do that again.
AP will win a main event at some point. I
hope so.
I hope that it's this season, but he's got the speed. He's figured something out.
Here's a
this
question.
year more than ever.
For Chase Sexton, we don't have the replay, but Chase Sexton, who has won now 3 main events, was his celebration like a little much? Am I overthinking that?
Oh, when he
Just like bike on the ground, on the jump, just like it was almost like it was his first win. I'm like, whoa, like AP just crashed out, bro. Like that's why you won. Stoked you won.
Oh, yeah. That's,
But it just felt like he was celebrating like it was his first one. Maybe he was like, I finally made it without crashing.
he has been the story up until this weekend has been, will Sexton figure it out and get a win?
Yeah.
And although there's somewhat of an asterisk with what happened to AP, he did it. So I think he's allowed the celebration that he had. But it's unfortunate all around for Sexton, for AP. It really just is unfortunate all the way around.
That. Curtis says, I thought so. Fake win, says Robert M.
Fake win.
Did you see the meme?
It's
the meme of Levi, we got it.
Which
I don't always win main events, but when I do it, I kind of don't.
You know what it reminds me of?
What?
End of Happy Gilmore. Freaking Shooter McGavin wins his gold jacket or whatever.
Oh.
Isn't that how it ends? I can't remember. But I get what you mean by a fake win. Oh, let's get this meme pulled up. He's digging.
It was a good one.
He's digging. He's focusing.
He's digging hard right now. He's looking at us nervously.
Oh, he doesn't know if he has that one. He's sweating.
If we're not here for Thursday's show, it's because Levi
is just over it. Oh, goodness.
Okay, celebrating not crashing.
Speaking of memes, though, here's the ones we do have.
Yeah, let's throw them.
Oof, is that too soon?
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, no. Whoa.
When I see how many people got one.
Yikes.
That's creepy. Huh.
So long, partner.
Yeah, it was bad.
Webb gave him some good. He gave him some love on the podium.
Cold.
Oh, goodness.
It's terrible.
This was all of us.
Has there been a more heartbreaking crash in Supercross?
Ken Roxon's was pretty bad.
But it wasn't like he had never won and he's leading lap to lap. You know what I mean?
No,
like
fair enough.
Ken Roxon's more just like you're just like, I hope he's okay.
Mookie's had some sad ones leading races.
Yeah.
But have it be second to last lap or whatever, practically last lap, and with dominating fashion up until that point, with a guy that's just loved by everybody.
I've never gotten emotional watching a guy who didn't win a race give an interview.
Fair enough.
Let's just put it that way.
Fair enough.
Yeah, and the bonus.
and Las Vegas with his championship, that one was pretty bad.
Yeah.
That one was pretty bad.
Because he just rolled around after that. And he did an interview at his truck after the fact. That one was pretty brutal. That was pretty brutal. I agree with you, Dr. JB.
Nice guys can't win.
He will. AP will win. I make a prediction. AP will win one of these things by the end of the year. All right. What else we got, dude?
I feel like we missed. Did we miss any highlights?
We didn't throw in Max Ansie's crash, but that was at the start of the 250s, and then he basically was out of the race after that. It was a good digger. He's right there on the right side.
Oh yeah, okay.
Weird crash.
Oh, and like I think his shifter broke off, or his bike was just. It seemed like he was.
Is that
saying that his bike was stuck in?
Is that like 2 weeks in a row he's had bad crashes?
Yeah.
Oh
yeah. So he's out now because he was like second in.
He's like
points,
second
or third. Yeah.
Oh jeez.
Oh, Enduro Cross.
Hey AJ.
What's up?
Huh. Interesting.
AP should have his first win in Nashville. Wow, that would be awesome.
Ooh, what round is after Seattle? Because we got
we go to Arizona, I believe.
Hey, we're giving away tickets to Glendale, everybody.
Glendale.
Yeah. So after this video is done, not during the live chat, but after it's posted to YouTube, comment down below. Let us know if you can make it. I was at Phoenix last year when Tomac went 2 out of 3.
So it's another Triple Crown. Is it? Is it the last one of the season?
Don't know. But that's when Vince Freeze cleaned out Christian Craig.
Oof.
Remember that one? Yeah. So
I have a hard
remember
time
the sand section? Vince Freeze jumped over.
Oh, that was in Arizona?
That was AZ,
oh,
dude.
goodness.
Yeah.
And you'll be in Seattle this weekend.
Dude, do you know Cole Seeley's racing?
Yeah. Yeah, you told me.
Is it Smart Top, I think? I mean, I'm pretty sure he's racing.
Where's your bold predictions? Where's he going to be?
It's the last Triple Crown, says Dr. JB.
Awesome. Let's get him out of the way.
For this weekend there, I don't know. Sexton went down last time we were there. Tomac got 2 out of 3. Tomac's really good on hard pack tracks. Man.
Oh, I was referring to where do you think Seeley finishes?
Oh. Well, dude, with half the class crashed out.
Is he racing 250s?
Yeah, he's racing 250s, I'm pretty sure.
Dude.
I have no idea.
He could mix some stuff up.
5th to 10th? 5th to 10th?
Yeah, that's probably a good spot
somewhere
for him.
there.
Yeah, somewhere like 1st to 20th.
Okay, so going into Glendale, who would be, just top of your head, who would be your pick to win this weekend?
Going into Glendale. Going into Seattle?
Or sorry, Seattle. Now I'm thinking Triple Crown because we were just talking about tickets.
Top of my head, like I'm not allowed to think about it, huh?
No.
Dude, I'm thinking about it. Dang. I think Tomac still comes out and wins. I think he bounces back.
Okay.
I think he's over it. I think he gets a good night's sleep. He's closer to home. And
he sleeps in a neck brace.
He sleeps with a neck brace, and I think Tomac bounces back. And if he doesn't, I'm going to seriously start getting
I'm at
worried.
a point, though, dude, like Barsha was riding good. Like, he was right behind that group. Like,
hey, this is just a little tangent with talking about efficiency and riding aggressive, something we as just normal riders and racers can probably relate to. It's so crazy to see kind of how lax and laid back Tomac was riding compared to somebody like Barsha, yet they were just toe-to-toe all night long, it seemed like.
yeah.
And Barsha, he's just pinned, just blowing berms up. And Tomac, I mean, obviously in person he's probably hauling and riding very, very aggressive, but in relation to Barsha, it's crazy the different riding styles and how
Tomac is, I think Tomac just doesn't have the body English and he's not scrubbing as hard. But I bet you
a better comparison would be these two, like Webb's riding on that track versus Barsha, yet they're side by side.
Well, look at how Dungey rode.
Yeah,
Dungey was not a rever.
No,
he's very and
very
Roxon
consistent.
rides that same way.
We didn't get. Sorry to
What'd we skip?
Anderson's crash. Not that there's much to talk about with this homie.
Did I have it in there?
I don't think you had it in there. It was just what happened.
Skipped right over it.
We skipped right over it because he's becoming forgettable, unfortunately.
He is. What'd he finish? Outside the top 5?
9th. Yeah.
Oh,
Bummer.
jeez.
Homie might as well just go start riding outdoors.
I mean, he still wants to, there's still a lot of money up for grabs. He's still racing for
sure.
dough.
He's gonna.
Yeah, man. This
But
weekend,
he won his heat race, didn't he? Anderson even won his heat.
Yeah.
Wow.
And he was second fastest qualifier.
Bummer.
Dude, this weekend, Seattle, dude, I got to go with the Tomac or an AP, dude. I just feel like a healthy Tomac, if there's zero lingering effects, and I feel like AP is just going to be on a mission. Like, he said that he loves Seattle, and now that, like, I don't know, dude. It's more like I want AP to win just for, like, the Cinderella story, right?
Yeah. Do you think Webb still has the red plate after Seattle? Or do we save this for Thursday?
Save it for Thursday.
Okay. We can
Too
save
soon
it
to
for
make
Thursday.
decisions. I need a few stats in there.
Yep.
All right, what else we got, though? I mean, I think that's really
That's about it.
We had the talking points.
Yep. Mutter of the year. So it's an open stadium. Wet state.
No, dude. Let me let me check the weather. I think we're going to really, really luck out. Last time I checked, hold on. Let me give my phone a minute here to update.
No open top with no rain expected this weekend, says the
Seattle.
Hopkins family.
Daily says who?
The Hopkins family. You
Oh.
don't know the Hopkins family?
No, I don't.
Hey,
Oh, look
beta
at that, dude.
two-stroke. I know it's a little hidden,
Oh, Seattle.
buddy. Guess
Okay.
what we got up here? I convinced Chase to put a little bit of...
All right, Seattle.
Idaho
Ooh, look at
love
that.
up here.
Saturday, 50 degrees for a high, 14% chance of rain. So it's showing partly cloudy, sunny skies. Like we're lucking out.
Hey.
I will be there.
Nice.
By the way. Hey, I'm gonna.
It'll rain, says Levi.
It'll rain.
Or-
Levi's from Seattle, or has been there, or lived there. Or yeah. Anyway,
He's from the U.S.
He's from the granola region of the United States,
granola
which is all
region.
just kind of like combined into one.
Yeah, fair enough.
He's from over there.
So are you, Chase.
I try and avoid that. I literally grew up in the most liberal town, probably in the United States. It and Portland are neck and neck.
They're neck and neck.
Neck
huh?
and neck,
And you're
yeah.
going back.
Yeah, I'll be in. If anybody's gonna be in Seattle, like come say hi to me. I'll be there.
Home race for the Hill Bros, dude. That
Yeah.
crowd is gonna be loud. Thanks
It
for
is.
bringing that up.
Kind of. Well, I mean, they're
745
from
motor
Oregon. They're just from like
Yeah,
an hour
but
and a half
that's
up the
as
road.
close
from
as
me.
it gets for them.
It's very true.
I live in Washington. It's gonna rain.
Levi, no,
Lol.
we're all Oregonians.
Yeah, at heart.
I'm one. I was born and
No
raised.
doubt, no doubt.
Screwed up.
Yeah, I'll be there. If anybody has some good golf courses, I'm going to try and play some golf in the morning.
You gonna be bored?
There's not much to do until, like, you got to go to the races. Anyway, that being said, we're going to Seattle. Comment below after this video is live. If you want a chance to Glendale, get your tickies.
Yep.
Okay.
And we will see you guys Thursday. That's it for us, man.
Yeah.
Sorry about technical difficulties earlier. That's soft. We are blaming the software.
MX JJD over here, dude. Disc golf.
Disc golf?
Dude, have you ever played Frisbee golf? Dude, don't knock it till you try it.
Yeah,
don't knock it till you try it. It's probably
play out.
the most free fun you can have.
I'm good.
What? Athletes play disc golf too, okay?
I'll go play. Never mind. We'll just leave it at that.
Anyway.
Go to some peaceful protests, Grizel. We're going to take this show down the wrong road.
Yeah, we're not getting there. Hey, but anyway, thank you so much, everybody who tuned in live today and sat through that whole episode. We do appreciate it.
We have so much fun.
Oh, I'm sweating. It's getting warm in here.
You're sweating.
Yeah, you're in a puffy jacket,
Mr.
dude.
Puffy?
Yeah. Well, anyway,
Okay.
Thank you, everybody. Hey, we're going to be back on Thursday right here. Justin Starling, Privateer
Yes, sir.
Island. He is calling
Freaking setup of every single weekend. FXR on that gas looks so good. So can't wait to talk to Starling. Tune in Thursday for that. But nonetheless, thank you so much for tuning in, and we will see you then.
Too late.